I heard the lock click before I saw the note. 2 suitcases gone. 1 childish scrawl left on the kitchen counter. Back in 2 weeks. You'll be fine. He's not a baby. My sister's handwriting. Bubbly, careless, the kind that always assumed the world would bend for her. I stared at the note, then at my leg, still in a cast, throbbing from the fracture I'd gotten just 3 weeks before. A clean break, the doctor said. My sister, Julie, hadn't even called the day it happened. Too busy planning her long overdue romantic escape with her husband, Paul. And now she'd dumped her 8-year-old son, Noah, on me like I was her last resort, not her family. She'd called the night before, voice sugar-coated with guilt. "Come on, you'll manage. You're just sitting all day anyway." I'd said no. Calmly, firmly. She laughed. "You're so dramatic." And then she did it anyway. Left me immobile, with a kid, groceries that would last 2 days, and a broken leg that refused to stop aching. That was the night I decided to stop being the reliable sister. Julie had always been like this. As kids, she'd take credit for everything I did right, then vanish whenever things went wrong. When I got into college, she told everyone I only made it because she helped edit my essays. When she got married, she asked me to pay for the catering, just this once. I did. She never paid me back. So I'd learned. Julie's world was built on other people's effort, especially mine. This time, though, she'd made a mistake. She'd given me time. And motive. Noah wasn't the problem. He was quiet, observant, far older in mind than his parents deserved. He helped me with the crutches, fetched me water, even cooked eggs better than his father ever could. It wasn't his fault he'd been born into entitlement. Still, 2 weeks can teach a child things their parents never did. Every night I told him stories, not fairy tales, lessons. Stories about trust, about selfishness, about the quiet damage people do when they treat kindness as weakness. I told them calmly, like bedtime tales. He listened. And slowly, he started asking questions. About why his parents argued so much. About why his mother said things she didn't mean. About why his father stayed late with his friend from work. That one made me pause. "His friend?" I asked. He nodded. "Aunt Clara. She always calls when Mom's not home." Clara. Julie's best friend. I smiled then, a slow, dangerous smile. The next morning, while Noah did his homework, I opened my laptop. Emails, texts, photographs. It didn't take long. Paul wasn't subtle. He'd been using the same password for years. Julie, 1987. By the afternoon, I had everything. Dates, photos, receipts from hotel bookings under Clara's name. I wasn't angry. I was focused. Julie had treated my refusal as an inconvenience. Now I'd turn her vacation into her ruin. I started small. I printed the evidence, dozens of photos, screenshots, and emails, and sealed them neatly in a pastel envelope with a note. "You left your family unattended too long. Some things broke while you were gone." Then I scheduled a courier. Delivery date, the exact day before their return flight. Destination, Julie's favorite coworker, the one she always bragged to about her perfect marriage. Then I emailed the same package to Paul's company HR, attaching a short message from an anonymous source. His romantic getaway with a colleague violated multiple company policies. And finally, I placed one copy, the original, inside Noah's backpack, tucked between his math workbook and a drawing he'd made of his parents holding hands. Because truth, when discovered by innocence, cuts deeper than any lie. They came back 2 weeks later. Julie's tan had faded, but her temper hadn't. She barged in, eyes wild. "What the hell did you do?" she screamed. I didn't answer, just sat there, calm, legs still in a brace, watching her world crumble in real time. Paul stood behind her, pale, sweating, suitcase half unzipped. He didn't meet her eyes. Noah sat at the kitchen table, coloring. The envelope was open beside him. "Mom," he said softly, "why is Uncle Paul hugging Aunt Clara in these pictures?" Silence. A silence so thick you could hear her heart breaking through it. I looked at her. "You said I'd be fine," I murmured. "And you were right. I am." That night, after they left, separately, I deleted everything. No trace, no gloating, no trail. Revenge isn't about chaos. It's about precision. 2 weeks later, Paul resigned. Clara disappeared from the company directory. Julie stopped posting her perfect life online. I never said a word to anyone. Didn't need to. Noah still visits sometimes. He brings flowers for the windowsill and always asks if I can tell him another story. I tell him this one, carefully edited, of course, about a woman who broke her leg but finally learned to stand on her own. And as I watch his eyes widen with understanding,